Hey everybody, how's it going? So we're going to get started with a live stream of the Minecraft Education Edition Hour of Code. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, so we have our, let's put it over this way, make it a little bigger. So we're going to go through the Minecraft Hour of Code, which looks really super cool. It's the 2020 version, and it has, let me actually make sure I have audio shared here when I do this so you can hear it. We'll play through the trailer real quick. Make sure audio is checked. And let's try that, see how it goes.
What if we could build a better world through code? Together, we believe we can. Download Minecraft Education Edition and help us bring 2 villages together through the power of code. You will experience empathy and compassion for your neighbor while embracing the diversity that makes us all uniquely special. And it doesn't matter if you're new to coding or to Minecraft. It's easy to get started with blocks or text, but there's no limit to what you can do. Start the Minecraft Hour of Code for free today.
All right, that sounds pretty cool. So let's give that a shot. So if you go through the website here, you can go ahead and download. I just searched Hour of Code, Minecraft Hour of Code, but you can see up here in the URL, education.minecraft.net, Hour of Code 2020. Download for Windows. Check to see if your device is ready. So I did already download Minecraft Education Edition and got started with, it's pretty obvious when you run it. So we'll go ahead and run the program. Okay, and if you don't have an account, I believe you can skip the login part and say, if you don't have an account, try a demo lesson. So if you do have an account, go ahead and log in. If you don't, then you can still proceed with the Hour of Code. So read those terms very carefully and accept them, and then go ahead and click yes. So you can see here we've got a coder already, pretty smart, making that the default. And if we click on Start Lesson, we could go through and pick from a couple of different lessons here. We have the Hour of Code 2019 and the Hour of Code 2020. We're going to run the 2020 Hour of Code. So let's go ahead and click that. Could watch the trailer again. You see what the topics are, and we can go ahead and create world. If you're a teacher and need to look at the lesson plan, there is a lesson plan on this, so you could follow along with that. It also has answer keys and everything like that. So we're going to go along kind of as a user and kind of learn this together. All right. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? All right. Retro. Biscuit, what's up? Josh Coder. All right. We've got lots of people in on board today. So what I'm going to be doing is using the, I'll be doing the Tales of Two Villages Hour of Code. I'm going to change my perspective. And you can see here, we have a question mark on this cool book here. So let's right click on it. This is the tale of two villages, the farming villagers to the east and the fishing illagers to the west. Both towns had enough food, and neither saw a reason to interact with their neighbor. This led to both towns fearing anyone or anything that was different. I like the message here. And so the villagers and illagers continued on the same way they always had, even as the world changed around them, until eventually the changes in their world could not be ignored. The villagers could no longer seem to grow enough crops, and the illagers found their fish supply dwindling. Neither town knew any other way to survive, and yet they were both too afraid to turn to their neighbor for help. Today, the villagers and illagers are still struggling with hard times. Perhaps with your help, they can learn to value their differences and find a new way forward together. Cool. Love it. So we see here we have an NPC with a question mark overhead, which means let's go interact. That's the caretaker. So I'll right click. You're here. Thank you so much for coming. The villages need your help. It will be hard work, but you won't have to do it alone. My small friend, the agent, will help you through the power of coding. However, before you begin, you must decide how you will communicate with the agent. Choose a coding language from the buttons below. If you're new to coding, I recommend choosing the MakeCode blocks. I'm not new to coding, but I have really not done much with the MakeCode block, so it's probably a better learning experience for me to do this one. So I'm going to do the blocks this time. If you guys want to see the Python one, maybe we'll do another stream. We could do the Python walkthrough. Excellent. You can now instruct the agent to perform tasks. Try coding the agent to move 4 spaces forward to the gold block. Press C or tap the agent icon when you're ready to get started. Okay, C or tap the agent icon. So if I press C, it's nice how the message, the action text there shows, the action bar shows press C to code. So I'll press C. All right. And we bring up our little code window here. So let's make sure your helper, the agent, is ready. Move the agent onto the gold block if you need a hint. Oh, if you need a hint, click the light bulb. Okay, that's cool. So we have the agent. We need to move him to the gold block. So if we could go back here, how many spaces? Here's our agent. He needs to move forward 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go back to C, and if I drag, move agent forward by 4, and then press play, let's see what happens. Ooh, he's fast, little guy, moving those legs. All right, so excellent. I think you two will work well together. What's this? It seems the agent has a gift for you. Open the coding window to accept the gift. Then you can plant it here in the center of the courtyard. Okay, so let's go ahead and accept the gift. So we just drag the action into this execution block here, and then press start. And we're given a little sapling to plant. I just right-clicked it. Oh, yeah. So we have, let's see, this sapling symbolizes the hope and prosperity you may bring to these towns. I'll have to do that. All right, the hope and prosperity you bring to these towns. Now it's time to get to work. But before you go, I want to check one last time. Do you want to continue with the blocks or Python? So it's like, hey, last chance to change your mind. So no, we're going to continue on with the blocks. All right. Good choice. You're ready to go. Take the Ender Communicator. If you ever need help in an activity or want quickly to travel between areas, you can use this magical device to summon me for help. Use one of the 2 gates that are opening to head into the town to meet everyone. Don't forget to come back and check on your tree every so often. Good luck. Okay. So you see the gates have animated open. We've got our Ender Communicator. We have the illager path or the villager path. So who do we want to start with? Oh, I'm gonna pick the illager here. Okay, so we have our nice little villages here. Looks like they're busy doing things, and we have an NPC with a question mark overhead. Prepare the field for farming is an available challenge. So let's see what that is. Hello, villagers don't know how to farm, but we desperately want to learn. The villagers offered to help us, and we said we need to till the soil to plant our seeds. Can you help? Can your agent show us how to till this block of land? Surely. Excuse me, sir. Let me take care of this for you. We're glad to help. Okay. So we've got our coder agent. You ready to go, buddy? Okay, we're going to press C. But I think one of the things we might do is think about our plan here. If we look at our task is to till this soil. So if we can maybe count the blocks, let's see, 1, 2. I'm going to count him moving forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if he moves 9 blocks, then that will cover all the dirt. And then we're going to have to turn around. If we want to do all of this, we're going to have to turn, go this way, and then skip over and go that way. So let's break this down. All complicated tasks start with small tasks, and that's what we'll do. So we'll go into our code window, and so we have our on start block, and so have the agent till the first 2 rows of dirt is the challenge. Okay, so here's a block very conveniently labeled till and move forward. Right, so it's going to do the tilling action first, which is important because he's standing on one of the dirt blocks right now. So we want that dirt block to be tilled before we move on to the next one. So this command seems to wrap those up together. So we're going to do that. Now, remember, we moved 9 times. When we get to the last one, he'll be standing on the dirt block, but he won't have tilled it. So we might have to go 10 times. So let's just try 9 and see what happens. And I'm guessing that it's going to stop without tilling the last piece of dirt. So let's check that out. Exactly. So he moved the 9 blocks, but his action is to till and then move forward. So we're going to have to try this again. Just like we kind of observed, we should make it go 10. And then let's make the agent turn. Turn right. Right, and then now we have just a move command where it doesn't try to till. So then we'll move the agent forward by 1, and then we could turn the agent right again. Okay. And then go back down the other way. So now what's interesting on this one is that we're still kind of outside the dirt area. We haven't turned and moved onto the dirt area yet. So technically we should probably move forward 1 more to kind of get back into the garden area. And now we should be able to till, then move forward 10 times. So I'm kind of sorting this all out of my head. You could use paper. You could use trial and error, kind of exercise some of your thoughts and see how it works. That's basically what I'm going to do here to see if my thought process was correct or not. Let's see what happens. Oh, we have to reset the little guy. That's funny. Equity is not about giving everyone the same thing. It is about making sure everyone has what they need to be successful. Though the villagers and illagers had similar amounts of land, the illagers needed help before the 2 groups had the same chance to be successful. Now that your agent has helped till the soil, the illagers have the same opportunities that the villagers do. Don't forget to go check on your tree. I bet it's growing. Okay, we're going to close that. Now, thank you, sir. Sorry to ram you into the wall like that. I'll have to learn how to reset you back to the beginning. Okay, we'll do that on the next one. But good work. Good boy. Okay, a good robot. Okay, let's see. Where are we going next? Townsfolk. I assume that the other town didn't like our way of life, but maybe they just haven't had a chance to try it yet. Taking stereotypical accents for this. This is probably not good. Sorry about that. All right, so we have a child here. Oh, what's wrong, buddy? Let me see. Hey, can you help us? Our ball flew up onto that strange villager's house, and now it's missing. We don't know much about that villager, but we think it might be a witch. Who had that growing up? We had Spike next door, the dog, and get our frisbee from the next door neighbor's yard. What a challenge that was. Spike was always on patrol. What a perfect name, too. We tried the elevator, but it doesn't seem to work. Besides, we're too scared to go up there. Could you use your agent to help us get our ball back? Okay, little buddy, you don't have to worry. I'm sure the villager's friendly. Okay. Let's see here. What do we have? We have the alleged witch up here that has their ball. And we have our agent. So it looks like we need to figure out how to flick these levers. So let's go in and look at, I'm going to put the activity on the left side of my screen. So when I press the coding window, I could still kind of see that on the left side. That's probably a useful tip for doing some of this. It looks like the levers are stuck on the elevator. Have the agent use its strength to flip all levers so the villager can bring down the children's ball. Okay, we have to flick all the levers. They're on two different sides. So let's see. We have moving and we have toggling levers as our action. Okay, so let's make our plan. A lot of good coding comes from good planning. So if we, rather than just start dragging and dropping blocks, if we think about what we need to accomplish and how we're going to accomplish it, then we can build a plan and then execute that plan a lot simpler and probably with less errors when you have a good plan. So I think a lot of coding is thinking and logic and planning, and sometimes it's good to do that outside of your code itself. So let's go ahead and look at this. So if we move up one, then we can toggle the lever, and then we move up 1, 2, 3, toggle the lever. We could also go up one and over. We could do a zigzag pattern if we want. Oops. We could do a zigzag pattern if we want, or we could just go up, over, and down. I think I'm going to do that. Just it seems a little more straightforward for me. But you can do whatever you want. That's the power of coding as well. It's really you're in control. And if you get the outcome that you desired, then that's the goal we're going for. So I'm going to move the agent up by 1, and then we're going to toggle that lever. And then we're going to go up by 1, 2, 3. Make sure to switch it to up, 3, and then we're going to toggle the lever. And then we go up 1, 2, and then we have to go up over 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go up to I just got confused because I was thinking, oh, maybe we go up over, we go straight over and then down, hit that one, and then up and hit that one. But I'm going to stick with the original plan. Okay, we're going to have to move up to and then over to the right. 1, 2, 3 by 3. And then I'm going to toggle the lever. Then I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to bring this one in. And so the nice thing about these drag and drop blocks is that they help you, they're concrete and solid and tangible, and it makes coding a little bit easier, especially when you get to things like loops. It makes it easier to visualize them. And we're really just taking our original idea, steps of instructions, and we're implementing them in code using the available functions that we have. So we kind of solved the problem in our head or on paper, and then we go ahead and use the coding language, also called syntax, So programming languages have a syntax that they understand. And as long as you understand the syntax, you can communicate in basically any programming language. Oh, look, there's the ball. They just have a broken elevator. We're here. The elevator repair folks are here. Let's go. Bing, doot. Wow. Fast robot. Okay, here we go. The elevator's working. Doot, 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 doot. It's okay. You're not scared. Good. You have the ball. Everybody has the ball. Thank you. Sometimes the unknown can be scary. The Illager children have never met the villager, but they had heard stories that scared them. After your agent fixed the elevator, the villager was able to come down and meet the children, and it wasn't scary at all. Who had that growing up as a kid, or currently if you are a kid? Scary neighbor, and you hear stories about them. Maybe those stories aren't true. Maybe that's actually not a scary person. But you should always decide who to trust and, be with your parents, things like that. Be safe with strangers still. Okay, the children learned that the villager was very kind and not the scary witch that they had assumed it to be. Don't forget to go check on your tree. Okay, let's go check the tree. Where would you like to go? I want to go to the tree. Whoa, nice. Oh, stage 2 of 6. Growing. Hi, folks. Thank you. Thank you. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, chit chat. Talk about gardening. Talk about fishing. Keep yourselves busy. It's good to meet new people. All right. Where are we going now? We're going to look for another question mark. Oh, there's one. All right. So we have a little farming issue here. Hello, farmer. Let's go see how we can help. Something keeps tearing up our beet farm. I'll just bet it's that scary ravager those illagers keep as a pet. They keep denying it, but who else would do this? Do you think you could build a fence around the farm to keep that ravager out? Now, you're speculating. That could be dangerous. It's not a good way to live. Okay, we're going to start the activity, but we will help you, and you'll be enlightened. Well, it looks like we have to build a fence here. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to try to look at the project on the left side of the screen. And it looks like, if you noticed, our coder agent appears on top of this cobblestone block here. So it looks like we are going to, again, making our plan. Now the agent is already facing in this direction, so that's maybe. Do you want to go that way? Okay, I can go. I was going to go that way, but I think you want to go this way. So let's do it your way. Both work. Okay, so we're going to have to move the agent forward and then place a fence below, and then move forward, place a fence below. So we're going to have to move forward, place fence. Okay, so we'll do that once, twice, 3, 4, 5. Do it 5 times, I'll be stuck here. And I could move forward and turn and be on this block and then do that again 5 times. What's interesting here is I'm already kind of seeing that we have a loop inside of a loop, which is cool. Like we're doing the same thing 5 times here, where we're moving forward and we're placing a block, which we could just say, do that same thing 5 times rather than do that once, do that again, do that, So instead of 5 commands, we can create a loop that runs 5 times, doing that one command 5 times. Now, if you look at this pattern here, if we turn left, if we go forward and turn left and do that again, that's 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 of the same loops. So let's go ahead and check out what coding is available. I didn't follow my idea of putting it to the left side. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have place iron bars down. Oh, we're serious here. Okay, cool. And we do. We have a looping block that's included for us. So I could go ahead and, let's see, move the agent forward by 1 and then place the iron bars down. So I'd move the agent forward and then place bars down below them. And then I could drag it again and say move them 1 and place down and move 1 and place down. I have this big row of orange here, which is not really efficient, because if you all of a sudden have to do that for 20 rows, then it's going to be a problem. So we're going to go ahead and, let's see here, bring in this repeat. And we're going to move this block of code in there. And remember, we said we want to do that 5 times. 5 times. So 5 times, move forward, place block. And then when we get to the end, remember what we had, we wanted to turn. So let's just go ahead and kind of put that in here afterward. After we're done, we want to move forward and turn left. And so that basically puts us at a point where we're facing the correct direction on the next cobblestone block. And we're going to go ahead and let's play that so I can figure out how to reset the project. All right, see, our agent is sitting there ready to go. Now, will you reset activity? Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so the NPC will help you reset your activity. So if we go back to here, we still have our code, thank goodness. Okay, so now if I do that action 4 times, see, the cool thing about coding is, like, not only do you have to solve the problems, but you also can think of how to solve them efficiently. So I like to reward people for clever solutions. And so I'm going to 4 times. You see what I did here? I brought in a loop, and then I put all of this stuff inside of that loop. And that's the great thing about these drag and drop blocks, how they automatically wrap up the code so you know what's working. So 5 times we're placing the bars down, and then we'll do a spin around and then do that whole process again. So once that's done, it goes back up and keeps counting till it's done 4 times. So let's watch that in action. Go, buddy, go. Go, buddy, go. Go, buddy, go. That ravager hopefully solves the problem with the rat. What? Wait a second. Do you see that in the background? Pesky foxes. Thanks to the fence around the villager's farm, we discovered it wasn't the ravager digging up the beets, but it was a pack of foxes that were the real culprits. The villagers learned how important it is to get the facts before making assumptions or judgments. Don't forget to check on your tree. Cool. You little sneaky guys, but you know, they need to eat too. That's what they do. They look for food. How we doing? All right. Let's see. We have here townsfolk. So it's cool. The townsfolk have a bunch of different things that they'll say to you, all encouragement and inclusivity. Let's see, villager farming. If we and the villagers can overcome our differences, think about how much better the world could be. Yeah. Well, how about you, mister? Do you have a question? I'd like to call on you. Okay. Ravagers are misunderstood creatures. Everyone in the town is afraid of them, but I learned that they can be friendly. Maybe if we bring this ravager around to meet a few villagers, they might see how gentle they can be. What are we going to have to do here? I can hear the ravager in the background. Have your agent introduce the ravager to the 3 villagers standing near their houses. Okay. Let me get a look-see here. There's our ravager. Hey, buddy, it's okay. I know you get a bad just because you're big and strong. Okay, so we have, I don't know if that's one of them. Okay, so there seems to be 3 people standing by houses. I'm guessing that's them. So let's go ahead and start the activity. Oh, wow. Don't be scared, Agent. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, so we go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just seeing what it's like to get to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 12, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 9, 12, and 11 are the different distances that we need to travel. So they're not equal like the last one was. So we're going to have to go ahead and see what we can do here with what kind of functions are available to us in our code window. All right, so on start, we can, lead the ravager forward and then turn. So we're not going to be using a loop here because there are 3 different things, and that would be a little harder to work out. So what we're going to do is we're going to lead the ravager, then turn, lead the ravager, then turn, lead the ravager, then turn. Well, actually, we probably don't have to turn on the last one, right? So what did we say? 9, and then turn left, and then lead the ravager 12, and then we said 11. Okay, so simple process of just moving, and we know kind of from our past experiences, lead ravager 9 forward is kind of like its own loop, right? So it's looping that action of moving forward with the ravager 9 times, but it's kind of all compact into one bit of code. So when we do the Python walkthrough, we might have to do that ourselves. We'll have to see what functions are available. So let's go ahead and press play. Speed walking. All right. The villagers have always been afraid of ravagers based on the stories that they heard about them. Although they had never actually met a ravager, they fear based on the bias. Their fear created a bias against the creatures. Once the villagers saw that this ravager was gentle, they started to rethink their opinions of them and realized that it is important to take the time to get to know someone before making judgments. Don't forget to check on your tree. Okay, I think we're done with, we've got, let's see, let's go check on the tree. Da, da, da. Wow, there we go. Stage 3 of 6. Tree is growing. Okay, so let's head over to the villager side and see if we can help out. Ah, hello. You look like a fisher. Hi, friend. Fishing is something we've never been good at. The villagers from the next town over are offering to help us learn how, but they say we need a dock first. Can you help us build a dock at the edge of the shore? We'll just need the outline. See if you can build it 6 blocks long by 4 blocks wide. Okay, let's have a look-see here. I'm gonna have a look-see here. Pardon me. Thank you. We're gonna just make sure we have it built to code here. We're gonna go out 6 out there, 4 wide here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. I think we can do this. Let me start the activity. All right. So, hello, everybody that's here. Thank you for joining. I am doing the hour of code from Minecraft so that I can walk through this. We do have, I can see chat. I'm just kind of trying to stay focused on this in case people end up using this video to walk through the hour of code in the future, but I am definitely here checking things out. So if you have any questions along the way, let me know. So we can go ahead and press C to start the code. What I do, I didn't do my trick, right? I'm gonna escape, and I'm gonna get the project in view, and then hit C. Nice. Okay, so we have move and place wood, move the agent by a certain amount, and turn the agent. And remember, they just wanted the outline. So if we move and place wood, we would do that 6 times, right? So they would move forward, place wood, move forward, place wood, move forward, place wood. So it's standing on the last block that it placed, which is good, because then we're going to turn the agent to the right. Okay, it's important to know your right from your left. And we've got, we'll imagine that the agent is all the way at the end, and then he has to step 1, 2, 3. But we're gonna move and place. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So turn right, and then move and place 3 times. I'm doing 3 times, not 4 times, because we already have placed that corner piece on our first row. So we only have 3 left to get the width of the square finished, or the rectangle finished. So that's my guess, is that we're only going to have to move the agent 3 and place 3 more blocks before we turn to the right and move forward. Nope. And let's see, then I guess I would have 5 more to place on the way back. I'm not sure if I did this correct, but I feel like I've thought it through and made a good effort at it. So I'm going to go ahead and try. Yeah, see, draw a picture of your dock before you start. They're giving the advice on making a plan before you do the code. So that's always a great idea. Pull away from the code, make your plan. Once you have your plan, implement it. Let's see what happens. All right. Equity is not about giving everyone the same thing. It is about making sure everyone has what they need to be successful. Before you built the dock, the villagers didn't have what they needed to learn to fish. With your dock and some lessons from the villagers learn to fish for themselves. Don't forget to go check on your tree. I bet it's growing. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys got a chance to meet. Thank you to the villagers for teaching us how to fish. Thanks for asking me to help with your dock. I'm really glad to be part of your success. All right. Hello. How are you? All right. Oh, that's our ravager exercise. Okay, cool. So we're kind of going in a loop around here. I'll walk a little faster. He'd walk in. Oh. Hello, Mr. Ravager. Yeah, you like our tree? You better be careful. It's getting a little stuffy in there. The tree's growing real fast. All right. All right. What's this over here? This is the kids with the ball. Oh, I have another question mark over here. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Build a motorized railway. Oh, that sounds cool. So let's talk to this villager here, the fair organizer. Are you looking for the fair? Both towns used to gather here to trade, but the villagers have quit coming. They say it's hard to haul their goods up the hill, but I think they just don't like us. I don't know. That might not be a good assumption. If you could use your agent to build a motorized railway to help the villagers get up the hill, then maybe we can get them to come back and start trading again. Genius. Sounds genius. Okay. Go ahead and start the activity. Okay. Where's our agent? I hit C. Bring the agent into the picture here. Okay, there's our agent right here. So let's scope out our plan. We know we have to build some kind of railway. So if I look at the coding, I could see place rail below and moving the agent, and we have a loop introduced here. So that's good. So we're looking for a pattern, a repeatable pattern here. So we would need to place a rail and then move forward. So place rail, move forward. Rail, move forward. Place rail, move forward. Place rail, move forward. Loading up over here. So we do that 4 times and then go down. And then we're basically standing on a unrailed block ready to do the same thing because they're both 4 wide. So that's 4 wide. So I'm looking for a pattern to be consistent here in order to make a loop. This is also 4, and it's also 1 block down. That's 4 and 1 block down. 4 with 1 block down, 4 with 1 block down. Okay, so we definitely have a repeating pattern. Once we figure out how to do this once, we can do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Cool. And so we should be able to do what's called a nested loop, where we can do a loop to finish this first part and then another loop to do that whole sequence 6 times. So let me kind of do this. See, I've got the project kind of in view. Got my plan in view. Create an easier way to travel between Delta. I'm placing minecart rails through the tunnel. Okay, cool. So if you remember, we're going to place a rail below, and then we're going to move the agent forward. And we need to do that 4 times. So I'm going to bring in a repeat block, and I'm going to place that action in there. So that'll happen 4 times. Then the agent will be hovering over the block and need to be dropped down 1 block. And I don't want to do that. If I put that here, what would happen is the agent would move forward and then try to go down, which would get stuck on a block. And so it's not appropriate to put that move down just yet. We have to wait till we're done with all of those things. So we'll repeat this 4 times, and then we move down. Okay, so we've got the agent moving forward and then down, and they're basically back to the beginning. And that's the thing we had to repeat 6 times. So they'll be standing on that block down below there. So if we grab this whole section of code and bring it in there, then we're going to have kind of an unnecessary move down all the way at the end there. But I think since the agent can't move, it will just not happen. So let's see if that's acceptable. We would want to check to see if that was acceptable or not. If it was not, then we'd have to come up with a new solution. But let's see what we have here. Press play. Nice. Oh, what did we do? We did something wrong. Does anybody know? I don't know if anybody was following along. But you could have, if you were right here with me, you could have pointed out. This is where paired programming works. When you have someone working with you, if you have a partner, your partner can help you catch things like this. So what I did wrong was I brought the repeat 2 times block in, but I didn't change the value to 6. I know you were just about to tell me that, so thank you. So now we try the activity again and see if we have done it correctly. But like they say about computers, they do exactly what you tell them to do. So if there's something it's doing wrong, most likely it's your fault and your challenge to fix. Once the railway was completed, the villagers did indeed come back to the fair. The two towns started trading again and had a place to meet and learn about each other. That's good. That's going to be good communication, good times. The motorized railway benefited both the villagers and the illagers, and the fair is once again an event for all. Don't forget to come back and check your tree. Okay. Cool beans. All right. We'll do some more. This is fun. This is really cool. This is a really great. Hey, buddy. Huh. I just want you to know you're doing great. Really appreciate having you on my team. I realize you need a little time to yourself, and that's fine. I just wanted to let you know. I do care about you. Okay. There's our fishing. An adventure here to find more people that need help. Oh, that's looking good. The farming is looking great. Hello, Ravager. Of course, you first. Oh boy. Yes, excuse me. Okay, thank you. There's those foxes. Yep, see, it was the foxes after all, huh? I know. Funny how those things happen. I'm glad you got that resolved, though. Let's see. We should go back and check on our tree. That's the ball activity. Yeah. Wow. I'm going to use my speedy, zippy communicator and go back to the tree. Whoa. Go speak to the caretaker by the tree. Looks like we're done. It said 6 out of 6. That's a big tree right there. It seems my trust in you was well placed, and in the townsfolk. Thanks to your help, they have overcome their differences and learned to work and play together as one community. And just look at that tree. Through the hard work of both the villagers and illagers, the tree grew and will now be a gift to all. You've done well here. Please stay and enjoy your time. As for myself, I will now take my leave. There are other towns out there who need my help and yours. Keep that Ender communicator handy and be ready to someday heed the call. Farewell. Finished. Cool. Oh, later, dude. Okay, be careful up there. It's high. Cool beans. Okay, the village is united. Adventure is complete. You may replay the lesson in the other coding language or keep exploring the towns. That's cool. We're going to wrap up the stream here in a minute. If anybody has any questions, you can let me know. But there is one question. Am I mainly an educational channel? I guess, I mean, a lot of things we do are educational, and we try to teach people not just the subject matter, but mostly coding and also how to be a creator. So some of the people we have taught are, they're working in the industry as coders and programmers. But we do, we have teachers on board with us. You see Gatlin in the chat is our creative director, also a teacher. So, we've got a lot of great resources, and we just don't want to waste them, so we do a lot of really cool stuff. All right. So one of the things I'm going to probably do on this too is to be fun to look at how this was made for anyone that wants to learn how to make things in Minecraft. You can see here, these things are not interactable. This is a feature of Minecraft Education Edition where you can have kind of off-limits blocks as well as blocks that are editable. So most of the map is off-limits, although we do have blocks that can be interacted with, like for instance, the tree that we planted. That was one good example. So if you want to see how we are building games like this in Minecraft, We didn't build this particular game, but another group did, and they're super talented bunch of programmers. Maybe we can see kind of the process that they went through to build this world. So if you want to build in Minecraft Education Edition, you could see how that's done. But for now, we'll check to see if there's any more questions, and we'll wrap up this stream. Thanks for joining. Make sure if you want to see more of that stuff, if you want to see how Minecraft games are made, if you want to see how games are made in Unreal Engine, if you want to see how games are made in Fortnite Creative, we do, this week we've done Hour of Code for all of those. We actually have Fortnite Creative Hour of Code at 1 p.m. Mountain Time today. And that'll be recorded as well. We've got 5 Hour of Codes that we produced for Unreal Engine, 5 for Fortnite Creative, and we use the Minecraft Education Edition that was provided through Minecraft, their Hour of Code. So feel free to hit me up on Twitter, send comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know how we can help you out. Until then, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.